Hello and welcome back to my channel. First, I would like to say please excuse any background noise as I'm recording this video. I apologize in advance for any inconvenience. I had another dream. Is there a new bomb coming? Well, as we discuss this dream, I guess we'll find out. Either things are going to get serious or real serious real fast. We thought it was serious, but it looks like it's going to get even more serious. You decide, and you let me know what you think if you feel inclined to do so. The dream. So, I had a dream that I was being held hostage in this house. The house was white and it was a two-story house, and it was in in the middle of a middle class neighborhood here in America. And there's this white guy that was holding me hostage. He was a really skinny guy. He looked like he was wearing I want to say tactical gear, but I didn't really see any, but it's like seemed like those type of clothing that you would wear. But everything was all black. He had like a black beanie, and like I said, a really skinny guy. And he was holding me hostage, but this guy didn't have me tied up or anything, but he had me there by threat of, from my understanding of the dream, that I guess if I was to leave, he would detonate this bomb. So he had this bomb attached to his body somehow, and he had this weird thing that looked like I want to say that looked like a trachea type pipe or uh, plastic pipe or something like that. But instead of it going through his neck, it looked like it went like in his upper chest, maybe somewhere around in his into his lungs. And I think if he stopped breathing or something, the bomb would detonate, from my understanding. I think his breathing controlled whether it detonated or not. It was really weird. And this trachea pipe looking thing that was going through him, I believe that was black as well. So while he was talking to me or, dealing with this situation, it was just me and him from what I could see in the dream. He started passing out on me, I guess because he didn't put this thing in his lungs right. So somehow it was still kind of depriving him of oxygen or something. So at one point I had to pick him up because he was passing out. He was passing out on me. So I started thinking to myself, what can I do? What can I say to get this guy to change his mind? What can I do to somehow end the situation? So then I thought to myself, maybe this guy needs someone to show him love. So I came close to him and pulled him into my arms and gave him a hug, and I reached down and kissed him on the bridge of his nose, kind of held him like a kid. And I told him that I loved him, and I was trying to just really talk him out of what he was doing, really trying to, I guess, encourage him or something like that. I don't remember all that I had said to him. Um, at the end of all that, everything that I was trying to say to him or was saying to him, he looked up at me and said something to the effect of, "There's something special about you, but I'm not going to change my mind," something like that. And then I looked down, and it was either in his lap or in his hands. He had this little digital device that showed how much time left there was left till detonation. And it was a minute and 10 seconds. At that moment, I knew I needed to run. So I released him and ran out of that house as quickly as I could. And I mean, I ran down the stairs and got to the sidewalk in front of the house. Then I was trying to decide which way should I run, left or right. I didn't know anything about this neighborhood or which way to run or which way to go for like a sure exit, of the area. And I believe I heard the voice of the Lord tell me, go to the right. So I heard a voice in the spirit realm in the dream. I couldn't see who was talking to me, so it sounded like it might have been the voice of the Lord. So I took the advice of the Lord, or the voice I heard, I believe it was the Lord, and I ran to my right. And I'm telling you, I was booking it. I mean, I was booking. I was running so fast down the street, it wasn't even funny. I was running so fast that at one point, I mean, like my feet was no longer touching the ground. But I started to notice that right after the bomb went off, shortly after I got out of there, not long after I got down the street, and I could see from the corners of my eyes like this fire and smoke haze behind me from all the damage the bomb was doing. And I'm talking about this bomb was moving fast. And it was just like it was bad. And I knew that it was coming in my direction so fast I did not have enough time to turn around and look, or I would be gone. And then at one point I looked down. I didn't look back, but I looked down. And like I said, I knew not to look back. I looked down at the ground, and my feet were no longer touching the ground. I mean, that's how fast I was running. But I was running so fast, I was like flying in air, like running. I was still near the ground, but my feet were not touching the ground. That is how fast I was running. As I looked down at the ground, I saw, like, you know how when you take water and pour it on concrete or asphalt or a ground, especially where the ground may have ridges or bumps in it or something, and it's dirty, and you pour water on it, and then you see like the water push all the dirt out the way, and then you see the clean concrete being revealed under the water. It was kind of like that, but instead of water, this bomb looked like it had a mixture of fire, liquid, and some type of vapor coming off of this fire liquid. And as it was hitting the ground, it was running along the ground like fluid, like water, but instead it looked like some type of liquid. But it didn't look like liquid fire. It just looked like whatever it touched, it turned into fire while running as a liquid. I just cannot explain it. That's the best I could really explain it. And I initially described it as the ground melting, but it looked like the ground was burning and disintegrating at the same time as this fluid-like burning stuff was flowing over it. It was really, really crazy. It was literally even destroying the foundation, the ground that it was running on. Um, but all I knew was that I just had to keep running. I had to keep running for my life. And that was the end of my dream. So my take and understanding of this dream is this. I remember praying about it and just asking the Lord, what did this dream mean? Was this dream from him? And the answer I believe I got from the Lord was basically it was from him, and that it was a warning. And I believe he was showing me that we're running out of time. You know, that whatever this is that's coming, we're running out of time. Time is running out. So all I can really tell you guys is to get your house in order. You know, get your spiritual house in order. Um, you might have to talk to the Lord about this dream and just see if, you can get more of an understanding of what this may mean to you. I'm not saying, oh, this nation is going to be destroyed, but something's getting ready to happen. But we know that God is able, and we know that fear is not of the Lord. So just be encouraged and get your house in order. Thanks for listening. Now, for those of you who are brand new to this channel, thank you and welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are returning, thanks for coming back. And thank you for subscribing for those who have subscribed. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe to this channel. And please leave the comments so I can see what you think about this video. I'm interested in what you have to say. Thanks and have a great day.